with little bit different while comparing to the practice session. Likewise, so first of all, let me explain about the exam environment first, and after that we'll see what are the questions we have and how is we are going to work on that. Okay. So once you log in with this exam environment, so exam, the final exam. I'm just talking about the final exam first of all. So once you appear for the final exam, you have a two different ID proofs. It's either Aadhaar card or PAN card or the license or anything. So two government ID proof. So once you log in with this government ID proof means you can able to the visible the screen like this. So like here, they mentioned about the REL 8, but in the final exam, it's maybe anything, REL 7 or REL 8 or REL 9. So these check stops look like that only. And you're going to do it, you can see the activities application in the top right corner. As you can see this PPT, as you can see the PPT, you can see the top right corner, you can see the activities option. So if you click the activities option, you can able to see the n number of applications like this. They provided the view exam, the VM monitor, and the terminal. So the this Redhat symbol is actually a Mozilla Firefox. This Redhat symbol is actually a Mozilla Firefox. Just Redhat this customized their symbol and placed it here instead of Mozilla Firefox. Actually, this application is for to open our question paper. So we can find out the question paper in through this application. And the second thing is a VM monitor. So yesterday class, when I'm giving an intro about the class, I'm just telling that, so we in the Rhcsa, we are going to see with two different nodes. In it's either called as node 1 and node 2 in final exam, and it's called as server A and server B in your practice session. I'm just tell that these things in the yesterday session. So why this VM monitor means, this is a VM monitor, so you're going to control your virtual machines. So you are going to control your virtual machines through this VM monitor. And the third thing is normal terminal, it's placed. So normal terminal, it's placed. So like I said, this application is to open question paper. So if you click this application, if you click this red hat symbol means you can able to see your question paper like this. So guys, if you take RHEL 7, it's actually an older version. If you take RHEL 7, we no need to configure the questions with two different nodes. So we no need to configure with two different nodes. In RHEL 8 and RHEL 9, so RHEL 8 and RHEL 9 both are the similar thing only, just the two question is getting different. So for the RHEL 8 and the RHEL 9, they just provide the configuration like we need to configure two different VMs, that is a virtual machine, two different VMs, that is called as node 1 and the node 2. And like you can see this desktop, in this desktop the important thing is this important configuration. So why important configuration? Because in this practice purpose, I'm going to tell you your root user, you are going to log in as a root user, and this is a password for the root user, and these are the registries you are going to log in, and this is a password for the registry. Why registry means we have to do our 13th and 14th question for the container concept. So for the container concept, we need to log in the registry. That registry, that username, password, all the things, all the important things, your mission name, house name, IP address, all the things are mentioned in the important configuration. So your job is just once you open your question paper, just open to the important configuration and confirm it that, oh, this is my root user password, and this is my registry, and this is my registry username and password. Just confirm with this all the VMs. Then you can move to the node 1 questions. Like if you click the important configuration, it's with like this desktop. Actually, for the example purpose, we place it here for the half pages. But the real terms of final exams, this important configuration, it's went up to a single full page. It's more than single pages and all. Okay, so once you confirmed it is your username, passwords, and all the things and all, and the next thing you're going to open your VM monitor, so virtual machine to control our virtual machine, so VM monitor. So what we do with the VM monitor? So in this VM monitor, yesterday's class I already said we have two different nodes, and the main thing is we need to configure our first node first question in the node 1 console and the second node first question in the node 2 console. So console means it's nothing, it's just a CLI, command line interface. Command line interface. Okay. So now you can see this second application like a VM monitor. If you click the VM monitor, you can see the option called node 1 and node 2 close. This is option you will get. And if you click the node 1, you can able to see the option for node 1 console. And it's an option for the you can check the status also. If in case the status is in the defined, that means you can start the node 1. So these are the options are mentioned in while in the node 1 console, and the node 1 console option is there. If you click the node 1 console, you can see the console appear like this. I already said, so it's called as node 1 and node 2. In the practice, it's called as server A and server B. But in the final exam, it's called as node 1. Most of them, it's called as node 1 and node 2. And the node 1, if you click the node 1 console, you can able to see node 1 login like this. And the thing is, so once you've done the first question you can done with, click the configure the network and do the first question. And once you're done with this first question, after that, after that, just check the terminal. Just check the terminal, and you can take direct SSH. Likewise, SSH root at node 1 like that. You can say, you can take the direct SSH. And you can do you can start resume from the second question itself. So all I need said that your first node first question in the console, your second node first question in the console. That's all. So after all the questions you are done with the terminal, take direct SSH, and the second node also. Once you done the first question in the console, just take the terminal, take a second node as a remote. So this is SSH root at node 2. So these are the things you are going to do in it. So this is for the exam environment, and you can proceed with this once you've done the first question, once you've done the second question, once you've done the third question, you can move on like that. You no need to stop for the interrupt or any run the lab commands like that, because in the final exam that's commands and all, no need. Okay. For us as of now, if you have any doubts in the exam environment, so I'll send the PPT to the group in the group also, so you can verify it before you appear for the final exam. Okay. So can we resume our questions? So if you have any doubts in exam environment,
No, sir.
okay, okay. So likewise, you can see this document is this is a document for the REL 9 question paper alone. So guys, only we have the question paper alone. So you need to note down the each of questions. So you need to note down each of the questions. Okay. The total duration for your CSA exam, that is Certified System Administrator exam, is 3 hours, and the score is 300. So the thing is, you need to score 210 out of 300. So passing score is 210 out of 300, and your duration is 3 hours. Okay, so this is my important configurations, and I fully confirm with this important configuration means I will move on to my first node. So guys, this note down clearly. This is important. Your first node, that is node 1, it's called as server B in your practice purpose. So node 1, it's called as server B in your practice purpose. So then it's the dot lab dot example dot com means it's a FQDN. FQDN means it's a fully qualified domain name. So the full name for the server B is server B dot lab dot example dot com. And the same thing in the final exam also, the node 1 full name is called as node 1 dot lab dot example dot com. Okay. The first question, so the first question they mentioned like configure the network. So actually, in the important configuration, they mentioned some network. So that is for just confirmation. Okay, this is for just confirmation. And the first question, you need to do that. The first important configuration is just for the confirmation only. They mentioned you no need to edit that configuration and all. But in the node one first question, they mentioned some IP address, it's mentioned some said netmask value, and say mentioned gateway and the DNS name server and all. So you need to assign this first question as in the server B console itself. Likewise, as you can see, configure the network. We need to configure the network connection. A, assign host name and IP address for your virtual machines. So for our virtual machines, we need to assign the host name and the IP address. And the host name they mention like server b.lab.example.com, and the IP address they mentioned, and the netmask value they mentioned, a gateway, DNS also they mentioned. So the thing is, all the thing they are mentioned. So our job is just we need to assign the particular thing what they mentioned in the question paper. That's all. So like for the REL 9, I'm going to show you the output in my Red Hat Academy lab. So today, after finishing this first day of session, I'll get updated to and I'll update you how you access your lab and all. So maybe you'll get your Academy lab or you get our Advantage Pro labs and all. So I'll check that. I'll check and I'll update you in this today session. So after the today computer session, I will update in the group. So just now, just see what I'm doing and how I'm doing and all. Okay. Like you can see the server B option is there, and you can see the open console option is there. So we need to, I'm already said, We need to do our server B node 1 in node 1 console. I'm just giving open console at the server B. Okay, Chakra Sai Kumar. I'll put a present. No, Harsha, it's not recorded. So if you want,
So can I record?
yes, you can record by yourself, Harsha. Is it possible?
No, sir, it's not. That option is not available for me.
Actually,
Sir, you're not audible or speaking anything?
this mic is not enabled, but myself, this meeting is
Okay.
presenting.
Okay. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. So voice recording is not available.
So now the mic is enabled, I guess. So we'll start now.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So the first question they mentioned like is a host name, say the host name and the IP address for our virtual machine. I already said the first question only you need to do in a that node console. Like the server B is my first node, so I just open my server B console. So the console will appear like this only. The server B login like that. Na? So this console will appear like this. So you can log in as a root user. So guys, your root user password is Red Hat for the all VMs. For all the VMs, your root user password is Red Hat. So I'm just logging as a root user. That's I'm giving a root, and I'm giving Red Hat. Like you can see, I'm in root at server B. I'm in root at server B. The first thing is I just to assign the host name, and host name, for the host name the command is host name ctl space set hyphen host name server b dot lab dot example dot com, and you can verify the host name by using the command called host name, and you can verify that server b dot lab dot example dot com. So it's assigning. So why sir? It's already in the server B. Why be assigning the same things for? If you ask means, so this practice purpose already thing is mentioned, but in the final exam you don't know what is the host name or what is the IP address they already provided. So that's the case. We just assign the host name and IP address. From the practice purpose itself, we followed the same procedure means that we'll find out in the final exam. So like I'm said, I'm done with this host name. The next thing I'm going to assign the IP address for my server B. Before I'm going to assign the IP address, I just need to confirm what are the existing connections we have in server B. Like I'm giving NMCLI connection. I'm giving NMCLI connection. And so if you give me NMCLI connection means you can see the wired connection one option is there. So you need to assign the IP address in wired connection one. So NMCLI connection modify space. I'm putting double quotes, and I'm giving capital W tab. So it's already I'm giving capital W tab key means it's filled with the end of a wired connection one. So I just modify the wired connection one, NMCLI connection modify wired connection one. The next thing is I'm going to assign the IP address. So IP v4 dot addresses ADPRESSES IPv4 dot addresses, and what is the address they mentioned in the question paper. So you can find out the what is the IP address they mentioned in the question paper. Okay. So IP address is 172.25.250.11. So this is IP address they mentioned, and I'm just verify the IP address and put it in the console. And in the console, you can finish with after putting the IP address, you can finish with slash 24. So say anybody tell why I'm putting slash 24?
Subnet mask.
Subnet mask. Correct. Correct. It's a subnet mask. And how we calculate the subnet mask? How we
3.
calculate the subnet mask? Okay. I'm correct. So each 255 value is 8.
First
So
3
1 8 is
octets.
8. 2 8 is 16. Yeah. So 1 8 is 8. 2 8 are 16. 3 8 are 24. So that's why I'm putting slash 24. And after I'm giving the IP address, then IPv4 dot gateway, and the gateway 172.25.250.254. So this is a gateway I'm assigning. And the next thing is DNS, IPv4 dot DNS 172.25.250.254. So guys, like you can see, I'm just assigning the IP address and the netmask value, the gateway, DNS, all the thing I just assigning. And you need to finish with IPv4 dot method static. Because all the configuration you do with the static mode only, so I'm just giving IPv4 dot method static. So once you done the connections modify and all, the next thing is NMCLI connection up, wired connection 1. So you can see connection successfully activated. The next thing is you need to ping the IP address 172.25.250.11, and you can confirm it's pinging. And the same thing you need to do for the gateway and DNS also. Yes, I confirm it that, so my IP address and the gateway and the DNS, everything is pinging perfectly. So the next thing is for the rel 8 guys, for the rel 8, if you take the rel 8 means, as per now the question is over in the rel 8. But in the rel 9, after you assigning the IP address, gateway, all the things and all, you need to go to the configuration, SSH configuration, and make the permit root login become yes. Because even though if you are assigning the IP address, you can't able to take the remote from the terminal in rel 9. There is an updated one. The thing is, you need to note down that once you're done with this IP address, gateway, DNS, all the things and all, before you're going to reboot, just open the configuration called vi/etc sshd_config. This is my configuration file. And if I'm opening my configuration file means, you can see this configuration file, and you can see the permit root login prohibit hyphen password. I went to the insert mode. Now you can see the permit root login prohibit hyphen password. You can see now. So I'm just removing the hash mark for the permit root login, and I removing the prohibit hyphen password. Instead of prohibit hyphen password, I'm putting yes. So permit root login yes, and I'm giving right quit it. So after you write quit, just restart the SSH service. Systemctl restart sshd dot service. So once you restart it, then you can reboot the server B in the console itself, and just wait for the login page will appear. Yes, you can see the server B login page is appear now. Now you can open the console for the terminal, and I'm just logging to the terminal. Here I'm just logging as a workstation, but in the final exam you can do login as a terminal. We have the student user password is student, and I'm logging as a student user. And I'm opening my terminal. So once you log into the first question, finish the console means just open the terminal and open it. Okay. Now we are going to view your IP address, it's whether it's pinging or not in the terminal itself. It's pinging, and the same thing 254 or it's pinging or not. I just confirm it. These are all the IP address and the gateways pinging. Now you can take the direct SSH. That is SSH root at IP address 172.25.250.11. Its login as a rooted server B. If you log in with the IP address and it's login as a server B, means your first question is correct. You can identify that my first question is correct. But guys, in the final exam, it will definitely ask for the password, because in the final exam you can't able to take a remote from the workstation. You just take a terminal and you have a physical machine and you can log in SSH rooted the IP address, means it will ask the password. So for the password means here it's a Red Hat, but in the final exam they mention in the important configuration. That's all. So now I'm in rooted server B and I'm putting history. Just note down the history, guys. I'll wait. Just note down the history. So once you complete the means, just let me know. I'll move on to the second question, guys. So or else you can take the screenshot of it. I will move on to the second one. You taken the screenshot?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The second question is, I'm just opening my question paper. So this is for a create a repository. So they provided two different links. They provided two different links. It's called as AppStream and BaseOS. By use of two different links, we need to configure our repository in server B. Okay, so now the once you finish the first question, the consoles and all no need. So just you can close the console and you can take the direct terminal itself. So for the second question, okay. So for the second question, for the repository concepts, you need to log in into the repository path. So before the we configure the repository question, actually Vim is not getting installed. So I'm opening VA instead of Vim. So VA slash etc m dot repos.p. This is a repository path, and in this path, you are going to make a custom repository with any name. I'm giving local dot repo. I'm giving local dot repo, and it's went to the some new files, and you can went to the insert mode. The first thing is ID, and the second thing is name, and what is the repository name you mentioned. So you can mention any name. I'm giving local. And the second thing and the third thing is base URL. I need to copy paste the URL what they mentioned in the question paper, and GPG check equal to 0, and enabled 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 equal to 1. And you need to do for the second URL also the second thing, and the name is sample, and base URL, and the GPG check equal to 0, and enabled equal to 1. Okay, so for the URL, I'm opening my so and I paste it. And the same thing you need to do for the second URL also. Yes, once you're done with these things, just right quit it. That is escape and shift plus semicolon, and you can give you can able to visible the option called the colon, and you can give right quit save, and you can right quit and save means you can give after that dnf clean all. So it's for removing the cache files and dnf repo list all. So if your repository is getting the status of enabled means your repository is correct. But how I identify whether my repository is fully correct or not? In that case, you can use dnf install vim. You can install any packages. You can now install the vim also. Okay. Okay. Everything is in the perfect conditions. Okay. So you can able to. So you can note down the second question, and I'll open my history also. Okay, guys, just note down this. This just take the screenshot. Just take the screenshot of it. So once you taken the screenshot, just let me know. I will move on to third question.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So actually, while I'm trying to install the any VMH, it's showing some error. No, this is actually for it's not an error. The thing is, it's they mentioned it's called rel 8, but we see in rel 9 no. But in the question paper, the URL is based on the rel 8. That's why it's showing some error. But in the final exam, they provided the link with the rel 9 also, so you no need to worry about that. Okay. Here the steps it's full of correct only. For the rel 8, it's showing some this errors about. Okay, so I move on to the third one. Just take the screenshot. You taken now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, now that question. So that question is configure SC Linux. So your web content has been configured in port 82 at the slash var www.html directory. Actually, this your web server port number is this is a 80, and here they mentioned 82. Why? Because this is our custom port number. So we just configure our custom port number to the web server. Already they configured some text formats or some conditions they provided in the slash var www.html. Our job is we need to enable the port number called 82. That's all. That is our job. Likewise, in my server B, I'm just putting sc manage port hyphen l pipeline grep http. So first of all, I'm just verifying, and you can see verify. You can see http underscore port underscore t with the port number 80, 81 is there. 82 is not there, so I'm going to add 82 port number into this particular service. So sc manage port hyphen a for add hyphen t for type. Just taking this type and hyphen p for protocol, TCP protocol, and the port number is 82. Okay, so it's that is doesn't show any error. So I just listing it whether the 82 is added or not. Yes, you can identify that 82 is added. If we add some custom port number to the custom files, means firewall will block the service. So I'm just tell the firewall to permanently allow the service. So firewall hyphen cmd hyphen permanent hyphen add port equal to 82 slash TCP. It's showing success. So once you permanently allow any service, means you need to reload the service. Firewall hyphen cmd hyphen reload. Yes, it's reloading, and you can verify firewall hyphen cmd hyphen list hyphen ports. Yes, my 82 slash TCP is added. The next thing I'm going to install the HTTPD service. So DNF install HTTPD. Okay, so rel9 repositories. It's not an error, guys. Actually, this repository, it's version of 8. That's why it's showing some error. So I just nothing. I'm just doing just. I'm just changing my base URL 8 to 9. Now we can verify it. So for the old thing, I just remove this rel 8 contents and I just paste there for rel 9. Balance all the same things only. So you just copy paste the URL what they mentioned in the question paper. Okay. So now I'm DNF install HTTPD. So just wait, it's installing. And so once you install the any service means you need to start and enable the service, that is systemctl start httpd dot service and systemctl enable httpd dot service. Yes, I'm just start and enabling the service, and after that you can went to the configuration called vim slash etc httpd conf file httpd.conf. So this is a configuration file, and if you open this configuration file, just went to the last line. So how we'll into the last line? You can give the shift plus G option. If you give shift plus G option, it's went to the last line and just give O for new line with the insert mode. And that's a new line with the insert mode. You can type angular bracket virtual host space 172.25.250.11 your IP address with the colon 82. You just enable the port number, that's all. And the server name, server b dot lab dot example.com. So this is the host name you are sending, that host name only. And the thing is document root. Document document root slash var slash www slash html. And you can close the virtual host slash virtual host. So you can right quit it. So whether you can find out the syntax is okay or not by using httpd space hyphen t. You can verify that my syntax is okay or not. And it's so syntax is okay means just restart the service. Yes, it's restarted. How we check the output? So this output will work in our final exam. It's not work in our practice purpose. So this output will work in your final exam. So I am putting history now. So for the third question, as 23 to 29, and after that 35 to 40. Just take the screenshot of it, and after that I will open my configuration file.
Sir, in exam DNF install it automatically works, sir.
Yes, 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 it's automatically work. So we no need to install like that. You can just take the screenshot of this, and after that I'm opening my configuration file. So once you've taken the screenshot of this history, and just to take the screenshot of this entry also. Okay, can I move to the fourth question?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The fourth question is create the following users and groups and the group memberships. So this is a question for to creating the new users and group concepts. So like you can see the as question paper, the question paper they mentioned like a group named admin. You need to create the group name called admin and the user Harry who belongs to admin as a secondary group. While we are creating the Harry user, it automatically went to the secondary group as a admin group and the user Natasha who belongs to the admin as a secondary group. So what we did for the Harry also the same thing we need to do for the Natasha and the user Sarah who does not have access to an interactive shell on the system. The user Harry, Natasha, Sarah should all have the password of password. We need to assign the password as a password. The simple question actually. So first of all, your group group add admin, then user add hyphen capital G admin Harry and the same thing Natasha and user add hyphen yes slash yes bin slash no login Sarah and finally we assign the password for all the users. So guys, let's note down Linux is a case sensitive. Case sensitive means whatever they're asking for the password, you need to assign the exact the same thing. If they're mentioning for the small or if they're mentioning for the capital means you need to mention same like us. I'm assigning all the three users passwords. Okay guys, just take the screenshot of it. This is your fourth question. And now I move to fifth question. You can take it now.
Yes, sir.
So for this fifth question, they're asking for the creative collaborative directory. So you can see the question paper. Create a collaborative directory slash common slash admin with the following characteristics. Group ownership of slash common slash admin is admin. The directory should be readable, writable, and accessible to the members of admin, but not to the any other users. So we need to create a directory. So slash common directory inside the slash admin directory inside the slash common, and the directory should be have the full permission the members of admin. So admin members should have the full permission, but not to any other user. Other users have no permission. And the C is files created in slash common admin automatically have group ownership set to the admin group. If I creating any files to this particular directory means I have a group ownership as like admin group. So that's the thing you need to mention. So I'm opening console now. First of all, mkdir hyphen p slash common slash admin. Then chgrp slash common chgrp admin slash common slash admin. Then chmod 770. So why I'm putting 770? So anybody knows?
We're not giving the permission for other users. We're giving for
Okay. So giving for users and groups with a full permission, right? And the chmod g plus s. So I'm giving g plus s. G plus s means is a group plus special permission. Group plus special permission. That's all. The question is over. But if you want to check the output means you need to switch the Harry user and create a file inside the slash common admin. You can create file 1. And if you give ls space hyphen l slash common admin file 1, you can see Harry admin is there. That's all. So just take the screenshot of it. This is the fifth question. It's over. Okay, so I move to the sixth question. Okay, guys, for the sixth question, they're asking for the so for the sixth question, they're asking for the AutoFS concept. So for the AutoFS concept, let me read the question first. Configure the AutoFS for auto mount directory production 5 domain users. So in the server A has a user called production 5. So AutoFS concept means that production 5 user it's already exists in server A, and our job by using the AutoFS that production file just copy from server A to my server, that is server B, and I'm locally mounted with a local directory called slash local home, And with while I'm mounting that particular user, I'm just giving the permission by writable by their users. So this is the things I'm just assigning. So in the final exam also you need to verify what is the mounting directory they mentioned in the question paper, and what is the permission they mentioned in the question paper, and what is the path for that particular user. So here is the production file. The production file user path is server A and this path they mentioned, and you can verify the particular path also. So actually for this question, in the practice purpose, you need to run the lab command. You need to run the lab commands. Lab space, or it's lab space start, or it's Rhcsa hyphen comprev 3. So this lab command you need to run in the workstation for the practice purpose, not for the mock exam, not for the final exam also. Just if you want to make the practice for this question, you need to run the lab command in the workstation. Okay, so note down this lab commands. Is it and note like only for practice purpose, not for the final exam and not for the mock exam also. And the sixth question is, and you can start the sixth question from in the mock exam and the final exam from this part, that is installed the AutoFS first. And while I'm installing, and after that systemctl start AutoFS. Start and enable the AutoFS. Okay, so for the AutoFS concepts means we have a two different path, that is etc auto.master, auto.master. So in this auto.master, just went to the last line, and the new line you can put the what is the local directory they mentioned, local home, and slash etc slash auto.misc, local home slash etc auto.misc, and you can right quit it. Now you can open the misc file. So in this file you just assign the permission for the user and make the user path directory. And the last line, so if a last line come with a hash mark means just remove the hash mark and type production file, production 5 hyphen write permission they will ask, so I am giving rw, that is read write, and comma soft means software access, comma intr means it's an interactive shell permission. And now I'm going to copy the path called home directory, production 5 home directory path. So guys, what if they mentioned if they didn't mention this path in the final exam means, you need to note down that, you need to memorize that. Actually, as you can see, This is a machine what the production phase mentioned, and you no need to forget to put the colon. That is important. And the colon is important after putting the colon and give slash home hyphen directories. So home hyphen directories also they mentioned in the question paper, and the last thing production file also mentioned in the question paper. So though your job is just to identify this is my machine name and this is a home directory, this is a production file, and the home directory path last we can mentioned with the colon after the uh, machine name. After the machine name, just put the colon, then right quit it. So after I'm right quitting, the you need to restart the service system CTL restart autofs dot service. And after I'm restart, how I verifying my production file user. So just switch user to production file. Okay, 1 minute. Yes, production file is there, and then again I'm restarting this. Again I'm restarting. Production home directories. So whatever the steps we did in, the same step is correct only. Just a question paper, it's get little different. So what are the steps we did? The same steps only. So just for the question is let's change it. So you don't need to worry about that. So what is the directory they mentioned and what is the user they mentioned, what is the machine we are going to do. These three things is important and you can make the home directory as your machine name and then colon and then that home directory is mentioned in the question paper and the production file. That's all. And now you can restart the AutoFS and you can switch to production 5. Now we can verify the output by using PWD. And so if you're verifying the output by using PWD, it's with come with the slash local home production 5 means your output is correct. Then you can log out from there. Yes, guys, you can note down the history now. So just screenshot of the history and I will open my two files that is auto.master file and misguide. As you can see, this question is a simple question. Just we install the service and start and enable the AutoFS service. I'm just start and enable the AutoFS service. And in that master file, I just mentioned the directory and the misc file, I just mentioned the path and the permission. Then I verifying it. That's all. Just take the screenshot of this path also, and I will open the MISC file. And I'm opening MISC file now. Just take the screenshot of this also. So can I move to the seventh question now?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So for the seventh question, you can see it's a set a cron job for the Harry and 12:30 at noon. Print slash bin slash echo on hello. For the Harry user, we need to make a cron job with the exact timing called 12:30, and the message should be hello. So for the cron tab user, cron tab hyphen EU Harry. Cron tab space hyphen EU Harry. Then went to the insert mode. If they mention for the exact timing means the syntax is first of all minutes, and the second thing hours, then day, month, day of the week, and slash bin slash echo hello. This is one part. So in the final exam, they may be asking the two different types. Either this type or another type is for every 3 minutes they mention. For example, every 3 minutes by using Harry slash bin echo, it's showing hello message means star slash 3 every 3 minutes, 4 stars, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 stars slash bin slash echo hello. And And the third thing is, what if they mentioned instead of slash bin echo, they mentioned the word called logger. So in the final exam, if they mention bin or if they mention echo means you need to put slash bin slash echo. What if instead of slash bin slash echo they mention logger means, for example, question is saying like set a cron job for Harry for every 5 minutes by using logger it will show the message hello. That means that case means you can star slash 5 every 5 minutes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 stars logger space user dot debug, and the printing message is hello. You can write code. Then you can list out the you had user. That's all. That's all. So either these three they will asking any one. So either these three they will asking any one. Just note down guys, and I'll move on to the eighth question. So I'll move to my eighth question. So guys, eighth question you can see configure the NTP. So configure your system so that NTP client of classroom.example.com. Actually, the network time protocol is already running in the particular server. So my thing is I want to change the server to this classroom.example.com. What I'm doing now, first of all, just opening vim slash etc crony.conf. This is a configuration file I'm opening, and in this cronny.conf, and the first 7 lines you can see it's a server and some IP address and finish with iburst. And I'm putting hash mark for the server. And for the new line, I'm removing the hash mark and type server. What are the things they mentioned? I'm just copy pasting it. Classroom.example.com. iburst. So note down, guys, iburst is very important. In this final exam, in this final exam, that previous thing. So like here you can see the previous thing is finish starting with server, na. But in the final exam, the previous things may be called as pool, POOL, and finish with iburst. So your job is just for the old entry, just put the hash mark. Whatever the word they mention, it's either server or it's either pool, just put the hash mark for the old entry. For the new entry, without the hash mark, you need to put server. For the new entry, without hash mark, you need to put server. And this classroom.example.com, you can copy paste from the question paper and you can finish with iburst. Then right quit it. And you can restart the service systemctl restart cronid.service. Then cronny c sources. Cronny c sources. So this the output is come from the star means your output is correct. So you no need to worry about the IP address I mentioned. It's come with a star means your output is correct. That's all. So now the ninth question is to locate the files. Find the owner of the file Sara and copy the file to the given path of root to find.user. By using the find command, we need to do this command. That is Sara is a no login user we have, and we need to copy the file from the Sara user and paste it to slash root find.user. So by using the find command, so first of all, I'm just creating the directory mkdir slash root slash find.user. Then find slash space hyphen user Sara hyphen type f and I can verify it's, you can see we have a 5 lines while I'm giving this command, and you can verify the lines with a no such a file or directory. That means you can thought like, so this is a wrong command like that, but actually this is not a wrong command. It will show the what are the files are in the Sara user. So actually Sara is a no login user, so we can't able to create a files or directories in this particular user. So that's why it shows some no such file or directory. So with the same command, you need to copy hyphen type hyphen exec copy all the files to slash root find dot user, and you can finish with backward slash semicolon. Now you can see last times we have a 5 more lines, but while I'm giving execute full commands, it's showing 2 lines. That is no such a file or directory, no such a file or directory. But how we verify the output? Just give ls space hyphen a slash root find dot user. So even the hidden files, if the hidden files it's showing with the Sara user means your output is correct. Last time the hidden files are in the Sara user. I'm just copying the all hidden files to the particular path what they mentioned in the question paper. That's all. So this is the ninth question. So guys, you can understand now, or else you have any doubt?
Understand, sir.
Okay. Just note on the just note on the history. I'm moving to the 10th question. Actually, the 10th question and the 11th question and 12th, both are the simple question only. So I will see the 10th, 11th, 12th in the same format. So likewise, the 10th question, you can see find the string. Find the string home in etc passwd, and searching the string has been stored in slash root search.txt. I need to find the home word from etc passwd and search the word to the slash root search.txt. So what I'm doing now, by using the grep command, grep home from slash etc passwd, you can identify these are the home word I have in the etc passwd. So for the same command, I'm just putting a double angular bracket to slash root and search.txt. Okay, so we can verify output by using cat slash root search.txt. So while I'm giving the grep and the etc search.txt, the both are getting the same output, means your output is correct. So this is 10th question. And the 11th question is create a user, create a new user with the UID 1326 and the username is alias. I need to create a new user with a particular UID 1326. So user add hyphen u 1326 alias. And in the final exam, it's maybe they will ask us, we need to assign the password for the alias user. So how we assign? That's all. So pass wd hyphen hyphen stdin alias, and what is the password? You assigning for the previous user the same thing. That's all. You can verify by using ID space 1326. If it's created means your output is correct. That's all. 11th question is over. And the 12th question. So for the 12th question, you can see create a archive file and pack up the var temp ss slash root test dot tar dot gz. So they're asking for the gz. Gz means it's asking for the gun zip. So for the gun zip, you can use tar hyphen zcbf. So hyphen zcbf. So hyphen zcbf means it's for the gun zip. So zcbf, and I'm copy pasting this and slash var slash temp. Yes, and you can verify with the ls command. It's went to the red color means your output is correct. Now the thing is, instead of gunzip, what if they're asking for bz2, that is called as bunzip. So if they're asking for the bunzip means jcbf. So instead of just remove the z and give jcbf, and you can verify it. So for the bun zip B means you can put J, and the gun zip G means you can put Z. That's all. So we finished three questions from 11th, 10th, 11th, 12th. So just note down that. Just take the screenshot of it now. So you guys noted. So actually 13th and 14th question is a container part. I'm checking the container part after we finishing the second node. After we finishing the second node, I'm taking the container part. Now I move to the 15th question directly. Before that, just note down, just confirm me whether it's you can it's noted or not. Just take the screenshot it and just take.
సార్ ఫైనల్ ఎగ్జామ్ లో కూడా అలాగే చేయాలా సార్?
What, Bhaskar?
In final exam also we need to skip the container after do
No,
node
no,
2
no, 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 no. So if you are confident with the container means you can, as per you can follow that same procedure. So no, no, don't worry. So I can take today. Now itself, it's fine because for the 13th and 14th question, we no need to do that 13th alone and 15th alone and all. We just created the container, these two part. We just created the 13th and 14th container path with the same pattern, and we reduce some of the commands. That means we just switch out to the single terminal to other terminal. We need to just switch out like that. So that's why I'm just taking the container path as a last section. After we finishing the second node, I'm taking the container part. But you are practicing well the container, you practicing all the questions means in the final exam, as you can produce, as you can do the container as same like pattern and all. So you no need to do for the last things and all. It's your wish. It's a your wish.
Thank you, sir.
Now you check the screenshot of it now, 10th, 11th, 12th.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I move to the 15th one. After finishing the second one, I'm checking the container part. So actually, guys, for the 15th, we have five different parts. 15th, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5. So we have the five different parts for the 15th question. So in these five parts, they will asking any one. In these five parts, they will asking anyone. Like 15th one, you can see the set the permission. All new creating file for user Natasha as a read as a default permission. All new creating directories for user Natasha as read execute as a default permission. So for the Natasha user, I'm just taking the files and directories with a default permission. I'm just changing the default permission. So first of all, 15 to 1. So this question, you need to switch to the Natasha user and just give ls space hyphen a. If you give ls space hyphen a, you can see the hidden files in the Natasha user. And I'm checking bin bash underscore profile. I'm checking this profile, and I'm opening. And in this last line, just you can give the umask value. Umask. Okay, so guys, just tell me what is mean by 777?
Read, write, execute permission for all.
All is correct. Super. In the final exam, in the mock exam, in the practice purpose, every time, just take the directories alone. If they mentioned for the files and directories for the default permission means just take the directories alone, and then take the directories and you can see first is for the directory and second is for read execute. They mentioned balance all they didn't mention. So what is the numerical value for the read permission? So what is the numerical value for the read permission?
4.
It's
Four,
4.
sir.
It's 4. Okay. And they mention execute. And then execute permission, execute value
1, sir, 1.
One.
1. So 4 and 1. So my it's just a 4 plus 1. 4 plus 1. So I'm giving 4 plus 1, 5, and I'm giving double zero. So why I'm giving double zero? They didn't mention the any size for the groups and the others. They didn't mention any size for the group and others. For the users only they mentioned read and execute. I'm just plus the value and just minus the full permissions. What value I'm getting? 277. So you need to put a 277 in this umask value. 277 and right quit it. That's all. So the thing is you need to put the source command, source dot bash underscore profile. And how we verify the output? You can give touch file 1 and mkdir 1 and ls space hyphen l file 1. You can verify the output and ls space hyphen ld dir 1. So if they verify the output, if the output is in the same condition what they mentioned in the question paper means your output is correct. Like it's a read on and it's a read execute. That's all. And you can log it from the Natasha user. So just note on the history, guys.
For removing the permission, we need to go for umask and we need to remove, sir, for that
Yes,
command.
yes, 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 yes. Okay. So next 15th, second one. So like 15th second one, you can see set the password expiry date. The password for all new user in the server B should expire after 20 days. For the server B, we are just mentioning 20 days. So for the server B, new users will all on expire the password with 20 days. So these things I'm just taking in the console and I'm opening vim slash etc login.def. This is my configuration file. And in this configuration file, just scroll down, and if you can still scroll down means you can able to find the pass max days. So you can see the pass max days. So in this pass max days, just remove the old content and give 20. Then right quit it. That's all. And these commands and all, no need to get updated command. Once you're done with the 15th question, all you need to reboot the machine. With that reboot, automatically it will get updated. I'm giving 15th third one. The 15th third one, assign pseudo privilege. Assign the pseudo privilege for group admin, and the group members can administrate without any password. We need to assign the group. We need to assign the pseudo privilege for the particular group called admin. So vim slash etc sudo rs, and you can went to the last line and just scroll up. You can see the without the password, and they already mentioning for the wheel group. So your job is just went to the insert mode, and insert mode just to open it percentage admin. Just copy paste the old entry what they mentioned for the particular user. So note guys, your user without the hash mark. Your user will come in without the hash mark. Then right quit it. That's all.
Sir, completing every task automatically, it will update the marks, sir, for us.
Yes, 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 yes. So once you completed all the question means you need to reboot the machine. If that reboot automatically it will get updated. That's how these are all the things and all. So marks and all, the proctor will validate and they mention the mark after you finish completed the exam.
After completing all tasks, we need to reboot, sir.
Yeah. After completing all the things, you need to reboot. Then 15th, fourth one. So 15th, fourth one, configure the application alias Rcsa as an alias user. When log in, it will show the message, welcome to Advantage Pro. For the alias user, I'm going to create the application name called Rcsa, and I'm just putting the content, welcome to Advantage Pro. While I'm logging to the alias user, it will show the message called welcome to Advantage Pro. I'm opening the console. And for this question, what we did for the Natasha also, I'm giving this question, su alias, and I'm giving list outing the hidden files in my alias user, and you can see the dot bash rc. So last time I'm taking profile for the that user, profile for the Natasha user, and this time for the alias user I'm taking bash rc, same dot bash rc, and you can give the last line, and this new line you can see Rhcsa equal to, so welcome to Advantage Pro. So welcome to Advantage Pro. Then export dollar. Sorry, export dollar or its CSA. Then echo, sorry, echo dollar or its CSA. Export or its CSA. So export space or its CSA and the echo dollar or its CSA. You can give right quit. Then you can log out and again log in, means it will show the message welcome to Advantage Pro. So guys, just note down the history. Just note down the history, guys. Then we can move to the last question, the script file.
Sir, commenting matter also we need to give capital small as it is, sir.
For which one, Bhaskar?
Welcome to advantage, bro. If we give advantage small character, it will be a
So
problem or as.
whatever, yes. Whatever they mention in the question paper, the same thing we need to mention in the file also.
Okay, sir.
So once you've done this, switch user to some two questions are switched to that user configuration. So once you've done the question, just log out from that user, and you can continue the question with the root user.
Okay, sir.
And the last question for the 15th, fifth one. The 15th, fifth one is just create a script file. Create a MySearch script to locate file under /usr share having size less than 1 MB. After executing the MySearch script file, It's written file has been copied under slash root my files. So actually, this USR share having the size of less than 1 MB. Our job is just copy paste the less than 1 MB files from the USR share to slash root my files. So by using the script file, I just to run the command. So first of all, I'm just creating the vim my search because this is a my script file name and the insert mode hash mark exclamatory slash bin slash bash. So this is a script file heading, and the second thing is mkdir slash root slash my files and find find slash usr share hyphen type f hyphen size less than 1 MB hyphen exec copy all the files to slash root slash my files and finish with backward slash semicolon. That's all, the question is over. But in the final exam they're asking some different concepts with the, so instead of this hyphen 1 MB, what if they mention less than 1 MB and greater than 5 MB means what you can do. Less than 1 MB greater than 5 MB means the same size plus 5 capital M. Balance all the same thing. And one more thing, they will asking like permissions. And so if they're asking for the uh, hyphen p or m, they're asking for the u plus s permission means you can give slash 4000. And for the g plus s permission means hyphen p or m slash 2000. And the o plus t permission they won't ask, but just note down p or m slash 1000. So this is for, first one is for U plus S and the second one is for G plus S and the third one is for O plus T. So these are the scenarios they may be asked. But here they asking for the first thing only. Balance all, you can just note down this. So I'm just putting the hash mark. So if I'm putting the hash mark means it won't run. Just you need to note down that these are the scenarios they will ask. They may be asked. And after putting vim my search, and you can give chmod plus x my search. That is, we give the execute permission for the my search and give dot slash my search. So if they're running without the error means your output is correct. Okay, that's all. Just note down this. Just take the screenshot of it, guys. So you can note down now. So we finish our first node except the container part. We have finished our question. So you can just, if you note down means you can just went for a 10 minutes break, and after that we resume our container part now. Is it okay? So,
Yes, sir.
so from the morning itself you're listening. So we need a break for the small 10 to 15 minutes, and after that 15 minutes I'm just taking the container part.